So I was posted as school education secretary. I had absolutely no idea whatsoever about education. I had been educated long ago and I had lost all my moorings. It was an amazing experience of 2 years ago in the school education ministry. And you know, in the first month, there were so many advisors who came down to tell me what should happen to education because they wanted to teach me. They found that I was illiterate. And in any case, there is no dearth of advisors in the country. In UP, we call them rai sahab. They give you the rai, leave the rai ka lalla with you and then walk off. You don't know what to do with that. So anyway, there were many advisors who came to me and told me, ye karo, wo karo, wo karo. And quite a few of them told me, sir, you must go to England, Finland, Holland, Scotland, New Zealand, even Swaziland to find solutions to the problems of this country. So I asked the gentleman, yaar ye batao, homeland dekha hai, motherland dekha hai? Bole sir, yahan nahi milega solution. So I decided I'll go around the country. So there are few chapters about my journey to various areas. I'll only narrate one. Because when I traveled to these 24 states, the first 3 months of my existence as school education secretary, normally secretaries don't travel so much because the rooms here are very, very comfortable. Very comfortable rooms of secretaries. Yeah? They don't travel much. I had this bad habit and I cultivated this bad habit of going around and finding out what exactly is the cause of the problems that we have. So I traveled to these 24 states, and when I say 24 states, they were not the state headquarters only. I traveled to Bastar, Sukma, traveled from Pune to Goa, dropping down on the way, traveled from Srinagar to Leh, not taking the national highway, going deep inside the mountains to understand the ground reality about education. And what I found was absolutely amazing. There were solutions to the problem of education
available in this country. So we picked up those 110 models which I found, called them over to Delhi over 8 days, and tried to understand from them what they were doing, selected 24 out of them and went back to the states and told them, this will work. This will work because these models are working in the objective conditions of this country. They're not being imported. You don't have to have a proof of concept. It's there. And one example I must give you. I remember having walked into a school, a government primary school, about 120 kilometers north of Thane, in a place called Pastepada. It's a tribal village, where I was told there was no electricity. So when I walked into the school and walked into a classroom, I found that every child had a tablet. I was a bit surprised. I asked the teacher, Sandeep Gund, yaar ye tablet ke liye bijli kahan se aati hai? So he took me around, showed me foldable solar panels through which he was charging the batteries, and through batteries he was charging these tablets. But then the next question was, yaar ye batao, itni dur mein, ye tablets tumhe kahan se mil gaya, kisne de diye tumhe? Then he narrated his story. He said that when he came to the school, there were about 40 children of all classes, half of them coming, half of them not coming. So he had a second-hand laptop. So he used to play these educational videos. So the children started taking interest in those videos. So after about 2 months, about 20 parents came to the school asking him, कि पहले बच्चे स्कूल नहीं जाना चाहते थे, अब ये भागते हैं स्कूल, आपने क्या किया? Then he explained to them, and when he found that these parents were interested in what he was doing, he requested them. He requested them कि आप लोग 500-500 रुपए दे दीजिए, तो हम 2 टैबलेट ले आएंगे, इसके साथ अटैच कर देंगे, तो हम 3 ग्रुप बना लेंगे. So they readily gave him the money. He set it up. In the meanwhile, some NGOs and CSR funding agencies, they got to know of the passion of this man. So when he told me that CSR funding agency came, they found this passion of the school teacher and they funded these tablets. Around which time I had visited the school. So I took a photograph with the teacher, Sandeep Gund, and tweeted it. I use social media quite a lot. Suddenly he became a local hero. So 15, 16 schools around the place started visiting the school like a pilgrimage and started replicating this. In the meanwhile, I met the President of India, Mr. Kovind, had just taken over as President, in a different context. And I mentioned to him this, that there is this fantastic teacher doing this fantastic work. Will you like to meet him? He said, yes, bring him over. So I got him over. He met the President. A photograph was taken, it was tweeted. Suddenly he became a national hero. Now what was the impact of this? Consequent of all this, the Pastepada model has today been replicated in 60,000 schools of Maharashtra. And not a single penny from the government. 354 crores raised from cloud sourcing. But the icing on the cake was different. I was traveling to Gujarat interior area and I was visiting a school. A teacher came up to me, he said, sir, mere school jarur chaliye. I said, kyun? Sir, maine Sandeep Gund se zyada acha kaam kiya hai. I think that's it.